Hey guys, I was trying to think of a solution to the mobile phone running out of power. It happened last week. It was a complete accident. I was using the phone on my advanced riders run out, and the screen was turned up to maximum, and I must have nudged the phone in my pocket, and it basically had the screen on full throughout the journey. By the time I'd got there, the battery had run out and the phone was dead. I had no way of charging it, no way of contacting Debbie, who happened to be at home, probably worrying about exactly how the ride was going and where I was. So I was lucky enough to borrow the observer's phone and just ring Debbie. And then I came across one of these. It's a RAV Power. It's basically an intelligent charger with built-in batteries. So the idea is, at your leisure, you can charge this at home, and that is the central connection. So you can plug it into a 2 amp charger, or from your laptop, and this will charge. When it's charging, you will get a series of blue lights, and that's at the moment not powered in, but it's telling you you've got full charge just by pressing that 1, 2, 3, 4. When it's charging, you'll have the 3 lights, and the last one will be flashing. And when it's fully charged, it will just go off to this state. And so yeah, that's fully charged from that centre port. The lead is supplied. You then get a further 2 cables supplied with it, which are your usual USB plugs. Obviously, any special USB requirements, cable-wise, lengthwise, you can plug in whatever you like. It's got the 2 standard USBs. They're both intelligent smart outputs. One is rated at 2.1 amps and the other is rated at 2.4 amps. Intelligent, well, what that means is it will determine the charge required. If you're plugging a Samsung phone in, I've got an S6, and plug it in, it will intelligently charge that phone until it says, right, it doesn't need to be charged anymore, and this will turn off, removing all charging to the phone. I don't think it leaves it in trickle charge, it turns it off. This is rated at 16,750 milliamp hours, 61.9 watt hours. The input is 5 volts, 2 amps, and the output is 5 volts and a 4.5 amp total, which is the 2.4 plus 2.1. There is a little button here, obviously that activates the battery level meter, and if you press and hold, there's a handy little torch. It's pretty bright. Of course you're not going to see it. Let me just point it straight at the camera. There you go. So quite bright. Might be useful in certain situations if you're pulled over somewhere in the dark and you need to be able to see what connection is being made to what. But just press and hold, and that turns it on and turns it off. It is quite small. I'm quite pleased with the size. You could quite easily fit that into a motorcycle jacket, and I guess if you were so inclined, you could have this connected to your phone permanently with the cables or your own cables. But it's so handy in the case of an emergency. It will charge pretty much anything very quickly indeed. So yeah, I haven't tried the empty to fully charged time on my S6, but it's got a lot of oomph in this, and should do a pretty quick job. And obviously you can charge 2 things at the same time, so you could be somewhere charging your sat nav up and your phone, and just charge up this as and when you get the chance. So yes, been using that for a week or 2. I also use this to charge up the 2 Ghost S cameras, and they charge an awful lot quicker off of this than they do from the laptop. So yeah, very useful. I can't remember the price, but it wasn't expensive. 30 35, something like that. Once again from Amazon with their Prime delivery. Plenty of this sort of thing out there, but this just looked like a very nice, slim and powerful unit. This same brand comes in different capacities, so I think there was a slightly higher capacity version as well, which I just thought was probably a little bit over the top for the items I'm charging. So yeah, thoroughly recommend one of these if you're going to be out and about and charging may be an issue. Catch you later.